Surah 37.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
In the name of God, the Merciful, the Compassionate.
والصافات صفا.
By those who range themselves in ranks,
فالزاجرات زجرا.
and the restrainers restraining,
فالتاليات ذكرا.
and the reciter of remembrance.
إن إلهكم لواحد.
Indeed, your God is one.
رب السماوات والأرض وما بينهما ورب المشارق.
The Lord of the heavens and the earth, and what is between them, and the Lord of the Orients.
إنا زينا السماء الدنيا بزينة الكواكب.
We have indeed adorned the lowest heaven with an ornament, the stars,
وحفظا من كل شيطان مارد.
a guard against every rebellious evil spirit.
لا يسمعون إلى الملأ الأعلى ويقذفون من كل جانب.
They cannot listen to the angels in heaven, and they are pelted from every side.
دحورا ولهم عذاب واصب.
Outcast, and theirs is a perpetual torment.
إلا من خطف الخطفة فأتبعه شهاب ثاقب.
Except such as tries to eavesdrop, and he is pursued by a piercing flame.
فاستفتهم أهم أشد خلقا أم من خلقنا إنا خلقناهم من طين لازب.
Then ask them whether they are more difficult to create, or those others we have created. Indeed, we fashioned them from a sticky clay.
بل عجبت ويسخرون.
But you marvel, and they ridicule.
وإذا ذكروا لا يذكرون.
And when they are reminded, they take no heed.
وإذا رأوا آية يستسخرون.
And when they see a sign, they make ridicule of it.
وقالوا إن هذا إلا سحر مبين.
And they say, this is nothing but plain magic.
أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أإنا لمبعوثون.
When we are dead and have become dust and bone, shall we be raised to life?
أوآباؤنا الأولون.
And our forefathers?
قل نعم وأنتم داخرون.
Say, yes, and you shall be humiliated.
فإنما هي زجرة واحدة فإذا هم ينظرون.
It is just one single reprimand, then they are looking on.
وقالوا يا ويلنا هذا يوم الدين.
And they shall say, woe to us, this is the day of judgment.
هذا يوم الفصل الذي كنتم به تكذبون.
This is the day of judgment that you disbelieved in.
احشروا الذين ظلموا وأزواجهم وما كانوا يعبدون.
Gather the evildoers and their spouses and that which they worshipped.
من دون الله فاهدوهم إلى صراط الجحيم.
Other than God, and lead them to the way of hell.
وقفوهم إنهم مسؤولون.
And hold them to be questioned.
ما لكم لا تناصرون.
Why do you not help one another?
بل هم اليوم مستسلمون.
But today they are submissive.
وأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون.
And turn to each other, questioning.
قالوا إنكم كنتم تأتوننا عن اليمين.
They will say, it was you who used to come whispering to us from our right-hand side.
قالوا بل لم تكونوا مؤمنين.
The others will say, but you were not believers.
وما كان لنا عليكم من سلطان بل كنتم قوما طاغين.
And we had no power over you, but you were insolent people.
فحق علينا قول ربنا إنا لذائقون.
So now we deserve the decree of our Lord, and we shall surely taste it.
فأغويناكم إنا كنا غاوين.
We led you astray, and we ourselves had gone astray.
فإنهم يومئذ في العذاب مشتركون.
So on that day, they shall all suffer together in the chastisement.
إنا كذلك نفعل بالمجرمين.
Thus do we deal with the sinners.
إنهم كانوا إذا قيل لهم لا إله إلا الله يستكبرون.
For when it was said to them, there is no God but God, they were ever arrogant.
ويقولون أئنا لتاركو آلهتنا لشاعر مجنون.
And they say, how shall we give up our gods for the sake of a poet possessed?
بل جاء بالحق وصدق المرسلين.
But he has come with the truth and verified the messengers before him.
إنكم لذائق العذاب الأليم.
Surely you will taste the painful chastisement.
وما تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون.
And will not be recompensed except according to what you were doing.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
Except for the sincere servants of God.
أولئك لهم رزق معلوم.
For them is a provision determined.
فواكه وهم مكرمون.
Fruits, and they are honored.
في جنات النعيم.
In the garden of bliss.
على سرر متقابلين.
Facing each other on couches.
يطاف عليهم بكأس من معين.
A cup from a spring being passed around to them.
بيضاء لذة للشاربين.
Crystal white, delicious to those who drink it.
لا فيها غول ولا هم عنها ينزفون.
Wherein is no heediness, nor intoxication.
وعندهم قاصرات الطرف عين.
And with them are those of modest gaze, with beautiful eyes.
كأنهن بيض مكنون.
As if they were pearls guarded in purity.
فأقبل بعضهم على بعض يتساءلون.
And they turned to each other, questioning.
قال قائل منهم إني كان لي قرين.
One of them saying, I had a companion.
يقول أئنك لمن المصدقين.
Who used to say, are you a believer?
أإذا متنا وكنا ترابا وعظاما أئنا لمدينون.
When we are dead and have become dust and bones, shall we be judged?
قال هل أنتم مطلعون.
He says, would you look there?
فاطلع فرآه في سواء الجحيم.
Then he looks and sees him in the midst of hell.
قال تالله إن كدت لتردين.
He says, by God, you had almost caused me to perish.
ولولا نعمة ربي لكنت من المحضرين.
Had it not been for the grace of my Lord, I would certainly have been among those summoned here.
أفما نحن بميتين.
Are we not going to die?
إلا موتتنا الأولى وما نحن بمعذبين.
Except for our first death, and shall we not be chastised?
إن هذا لهو الفوز العظيم.
Indeed, this is the great triumph.
لمثل هذا فليعمل العاملون.
For the like of this, then shall all strive.
أذلك خير نزلا أم شجرة الزقوم.
Is this a better dwelling or the tree of Zakum?
إنا جعلناها فتنة للظالمين.
Surely we have made it to be a trial for the evildoers.
إنها شجرة تخرج في أصل الجحيم.
It is a tree that grows from the root of hell.
طلعها كأنه رؤوس الشياطين.
Its produce is, as it were, the heads of Satans.
فإنهم لآكلون منها فمالئون منها البطون.
Then most surely they shall eat of it and fill their bellies of it.
ثم إن لهم عليها لشوبا من حميم.
Then on top of it they shall have boiling water to drink.
ثم إن مرجعهم لإلى الجحيم.
Then most surely their return shall be to hell.
إنهم ألفوا آباءهم ضالين.
They found their fathers going astray,
فهم على آثارهم يهرعون.
and they follow in their footsteps.
ولقد ضل قبلهم أكثر الأولين.
And before them went astray most of the people of yore.
ولقد أرسلنا فيهم منذرين.
And certainly we sent to them warners.
فانظر كيف كان عاقبة المنذرين.
And see how was the end of those who were warned,
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
except the sincere servants of God.
ولقد نادانا نوح فلنعم المجيبون.
And Noah called to us, and how excellent were the answerers.
ونجيناه وأهله من الكرب العظيم.
And we rescued him and his family from the grievous distress.
وجعلنا ذريته هم الباقين.
And we made his offspring to endure.
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين.
And we left this blessing for him among the generations to come.
سلام على نوح في العالمين.
Peace be upon Noah in the worlds.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus do we reward those who do right.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين.
He is indeed one of our believing servants.
ثم أغرقنا الآخرين.
Then we drowned the others.
وإن من شيعته لإبراهيم.
And Abraham was the one who followed his way,
إذ جاء ربه بقلب سليم.
when he approached his Lord with a pure heart,
إذ قال لأبيه وقومه ماذا تعبدون.
when he said to his father and his people, "What is it that you worship?
أئفكا آلهة دون الله تريدون.
Do you seek falsehood, gods other than God, that you desire?
فما ظنكم برب العالمين.
What do you think then about the Lord of the worlds?"
فنظر نظرة في النجوم.
And then he cast a glance at the stars,
فقال إني سقيم.
and he said, "I am sickened with you."
فتولوا عنه مدبرين.
So they turned away from him and went away.
فراغ إلى آلهتهم فقال ألا تأكلون.
Then he turned to their gods and said, "Why do you not eat?
ما لكم لا تنطقون.
What is the matter with you that you do not speak?"
فراغ عليهم ضربا باليمين.
And he turned upon them, smiting them with his right hand.
فأقبلوا إليه يزفون.
So they came to him hastening.
قال أتعبدون ما تنحتون.
He said, "Do you worship what you sculpt?
والله خلقكم وما تعملون.
And God has created you and what you make."
قالوا ابنوا له بنيانا فألقوه في الجحيم.
They said, "Prepare for him a furnace and cast him into the blaze."
فأرادوا به كيدا فجعلناهم الأسفلين.
They devised a plan against him, but we humiliated them.
وقال إني ذاهب إلى ربي سيهدين.
And he said, "I am going to my Lord, he will guide me."
رب هب لي من الصالحين.
My Lord, grant me of the righteous.
فبشرناه بغلام حليم.
So we gave him glad tidings of a boy most forbearing.
فلما بلغ معه السعي قال يا بني إني أرى في المنام أني أذبحك فانظر ماذا ترى. قال يا أبت افعل ما تؤمر ستجدني إن شاء الله من الصابرين.
So we gave him glad tidings of a boy, most forbearing. Ishmael was his firstborn, and for 13 years his only son, until Isaac was born. And when Ishmael attained the age of work for him, he said, O my son, I see in a dream that I shall sacrifice you, so tell me what you think. He said, O my father, do as you are commanded. You will find me, God willing, one of the patient.
فلما أسلما وتله للجبين.
So when they had both submitted to the will of God, and he laid him down upon his brow,
وناديناه أن يا إبراهيم.
And we called out to him, O Abraham,
قد صدقت الرؤيا إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
you have indeed fulfilled the vision, thus do we reward those who do right.
إن هذا لهو البلاء المبين.
This was indeed a manifest trial,
وفديناه بذبح عظيم.
and we redeemed him with a momentous sacrifice.
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين.
And we left for him praise among generations in later times.
سلام على إبراهيم.
Peace be upon Abraham.
كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus do we reward those who do right.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين.
For he is indeed one of our believing servants.
وبشرناه بإسحاق نبيا من الصالحين.
And we gave him glad tidings of Isaac, a prophet, and of the righteous.
وباركنا عليه وعلى إسحاق ومن ذريتهما محسن وظالم لنفسه مبين.
And we blessed him and Isaac, and from their descendants are the righteous and the manifest sinners.
ولقد مننا على موسى وهارون.
And we bestowed favor upon Moses and Aaron,
ونجيناهما وقومهما من الكرب العظيم.
and we rescued them and their people from a grievous distress.
ونصرناهم فكانوا هم الغالبين.
And we helped them, and so they were the victors.
وآتيناهما الكتاب المستبين.
And we gave them the book, which makes all things clear.
وهديناهما الصراط المستقيم.
And we guided them to the straight path.
وتركنا عليهما في الآخرين.
And we left for them praise among generations in later times.
سلام على موسى وهارون.
Peace be upon Moses and Aaron.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus do we reward those who do right.
إنهما من عبادنا المؤمنين.
They are both our believing servants.
وإن إلياس لمن المرسلين.
And Elias was also one of the messengers.
إذ قال لقومه ألا تتقون.
When he said to his people, Will you fear God?
أتدعون بعلا وتذرون أحسن الخالقين.
Do you invoke Baal and forsake the best of creators?
الله ربكم ورب آبائكم الأولين.
God, your Lord, and the Lord of your fathers of yore.
فكذبوه فإنهم لمحضرون.
But they disbelieved him, so they shall be summoned.
إلا عباد الله المخلصين.
Except for the sincere servants of God.
وتركنا عليه في الآخرين.
And we left praise for him among generations in later times.
سلام على الياسين.
Peace be upon the family of Yasin.
إنا كذلك نجزي المحسنين.
Thus do we reward those who do right.
إنه من عبادنا المؤمنين.
For he is indeed one of our believing servants.
وإن لوطا لمن المرسلين
And Lot was also one of the messengers,
إذ نجيناه وأهله أجمعين
when we rescued him and his family altogether,
إلا عجوزا في الغابرين
except an old woman who was among those destroyed.
ثم دمرنا الآخرين
Moreover, we destroyed the others.
وإنكم لتمرون عليهم مصبحين
And indeed, you pass by them by day,
وبالليل أفلا تعقلون
and by night. Will you not understand?
وإن يونس لمن المرسلين
And Jonah was also one of the messengers,
إذ أبق إلى الفلك المشحون
when he fled to the laden ship,
فساهم فكان من المدحضين
and he cast lots and lost.
فالتقمه الحوت وهو مليم
Then the whale swallowed him, and he was blameworthy.
فلولا أنه كان من المسبحين
Had he not been of those who glorify God,
للبث في بطنه إلى يوم يبعثون
he would certainly have stayed in its belly until the day of resurrection.
فنبذناه بالعراء وهو سقيم
So we cast him out upon the bare shore in a state of sickness,
وأنبتنا عليه شجرة من يقطين
and we caused to grow over him a marrow plant,
وأرسلناه إلى 100,000 أو يزيدون
and we sent him to 100,000 or more.
فآمنوا فمتعناهم إلى حين
And they believed, so we bestowed on them provision until their appointed time.
فاستفتهم ألربك البنات ولهم البنون
So ask them, are the daughters for your Lord, and the sons are for them?
أم خلقنا الملائكة إناثا وهم شاهدون
Or did we create the angels female while they were witnesses?
ألا إنهم من إفكهم ليقولون
It is of their own invention that they say,
ولد الله وإنهم لكاذبون
God has begotten, and indeed they are liars.
أصطفى البنات على البنين
Has he chosen daughters in preference to sons?
ما لكم كيف تحكمون
What is the matter with you? How do you judge?
أفلا تذكرون
Will you not reflect?
أم لكم سلطان مبين
Or have you a clear authority?
فأتوا بكتابكم إن كنتم صادقين
Then bring your book if you are truthful.
وجعلوا بينه وبين الجنة نسبا ولقد علمت الجنة إنهم لمحضرون
And they have invented a blood relationship between him and the jinn. And certainly the jinn know they shall be summoned.
سبحان الله عما يصفون
Glory be to God above what they ascribe,
إلا عباد الله المخلصين
except the sincere servants of God.
فإنكم وما تعبدون
But surely, you and what you worship,
ما أنتم عليه بفاتنين
you shall not tempt any from him,
إلا من هو صال الجحيم
except the one who shall roast in the fire of hell.
وما منا إلا له مقام معلوم
And every one of us has an assigned place.
وإنا لنحن الصافون
And we are those ranged in ranks.
وإنا لنحن المسبحون
And we are those who give glory.
وإن كانوا ليقولون
And they would say,
لو أن عندنا ذكرا من الأولين
if only we had a reminder from those of yore,
لكنا عباد الله المخلصين
we would be the sincere servants of God.
فكفروا به فسوف يعلمون.
But they disbelieved in it, so they will know.
ولقد سبقت كلمتنا لعبادنا المرسلين.
And we have given our promise to our servants, the messengers,
إنهم لهم المنصورون.
that surely they shall be victorious,
وإن جندنا لهم الغالبون.
and our hosts, they are the victors.
فتول عنهم حتى حين.
Therefore turn away from them and leave them to the day.
وأبصرهم فسوف يبصرون.
Then you will see, and they too will see.
أفبعذابنا يستعجلون.
Do they seek to hasten our chastisement?
فإذا نزل بساحتهم فساء صباح المنذرين.
When it descends in their courtyard, how evil will be the morning for those who are warned.
وتول عنهم حتى حين.
And turn away from them and leave them to the day.
وأبصر فسوف يبصرون.
Then you will see, and they too will see.
سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون.
Glory be to your Lord, the Lord of power above what they describe.
وسلام على المرسلين.
And peace be upon the messengers.
والحمد لله رب العالمين.
And all praise to God, the Lord of the worlds.